Hi, this is Toby from Our Data Solution. In this screencast, we'll be showing you a few new features that you can find in Beta 5, our new release. The application that we'll be working with today is regarding company stock prices. So the first thing we need to do is to configure the fields within the database. This table exists already, and what we do is that we use the connection manager to access the data fields. Click on that data tab and then select the table company prices. Let's go ahead and save these changes, and then we'll get a list of fields found within that table. Most of this is numeric data that we simply show to the user, but the company name does need to be searchable. So we need to use our data wizard here and indicate that that field is searchable. Just by typing in the company name, the user will be able to search the database using that field. And we can come back later and change that when we want to, if we want to, no problem. We've configured the data, but now we need to actually build the application. So we're going to go ahead and create a new application. We're going to call this application Company Prices. And we'll go ahead and select our sample data as the connection. This will be a managed application. The wizard will do all the management of the actions, save those changes. This will come back. Now, because in this particular example we want to show you the forms for adding and managing some of the data, we're going to change the default permissions so that a non-registered user can go ahead and execute those actions. For the data source, we're going to select our company prices. Now at this step you have to save the changes before you generate the actions. This will change probably in the next release candidate that we'll put out in 2 weeks. Again, the Logos application wizard will generate all the actions that you need. All you have to do is to select the fields that are going to be used by each action. And in this case, what we also want to be shown on the front end for the search and management applications are some additional fields. Save those changes. Yes, we want the application wizard to generate or update the actions, and we see the message, they've been saved. Let's take a look at the front end, see how those actions look like. We have the 3 applications, we have the search, here's the management. Now if we go back over to the search, do we have the search field? Yep, there it is, company name, and the one for add looks pretty good as well. But still not perfect. Let's go back, and we want to configure some of those fields because some of the stuff didn't come up exactly like we wanted it to. So here's where the real power of Logos 5 comes in. We have our fields again, but we want to change some of the information. Actually, this should be a timestamp, but it should be recording something specific. It should be recording the time that a record has been submitted. We also want to organize the form a little bit different. Some of these fields should be organized in field sets. For example, the name will be in the name section, but these other 3 here are prices. We want to put them in a field set for prices. And some of this information actually we don't want shown to a normal unregistered user. So we're going to actually mark this field to be for registered users only. Finally, let's go through. Let's change some of the names. We don't need to show the field names per se. We just need to show a nice human presentable name. Very easy to do in the data wizard. This is going to be the current price and company name. We're going to make sure that name is capitalized, and we'll just do these final 2 down here as well, submit and update. Depending on who it is, they can see it. Let's make one of these fields filterable. Company name, sure, and one of the numerics as well. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Save these changes. Even though we've configured the fields, we have to actually go back to our application manager and rebuild the queries because the queries will be structurally different now. Super easy, just go in, select save. Yes, we want to rebuild, and we should have our new queries saved. Yes, perfect. Let's go back to the front end. So let's look at those modifications. We'll go back to our add query, and we should see the field sets. Perfect. Got the name and the prices. We didn't really do anything to modify the search. The manage, though, now we only see the update field. The submission field is now unavailable to us. We'll search for a record here. The user presses submit, and they get their data. Perfect. That's exactly what we want. So all these features and more can be found in our latest version of Logos, Logos 5, Beta 5.